Today we're taking an early look at the Kubota M7 series from Chris S. and Riley S.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Now this mod is technically one tractor, however we could do some pretty cool stuff with it, as you can see. We've got engines ranging from 130 all the way up to 2,500 horsepower. We have a brand new camouflage color from Chris and Riley, and we got some pretty awesome wheel options to go with it. Big shout out to Chris and Riley for sending this over to show you guys ahead of its release. The mod will be for all platforms once it is released on the ModHub. If you'd like to see anything more about the information on this mod or other mods that Chris and Riley are working on, we'll make sure we leave a link down below for you guys. As always, let's start with the full customization layout. We're going to start with the engines. We have 130 horsepower. We've also got a 150 and a 170. Now these are all of the engines that we have in the one, well, it's not really base game. It's actually a Giants mod. Giants put this in the Kubota DLC back in Farm Sim 22 and then released it as a mod early on in Farm Sim 25's lifespan. Well, now we have our first modded one, and I think, as far as I can tell, this is also the first modded Kubota tractor. We do have a front loader from Polypol, but, well, that's it. Hey, we got some other options for you guys, too. We also have a 250 horsepower engine, which is bigger than the one in the base game M8, and we also have a turbo, which has got 750 horsepower. Now, that ain't all. We also have the unrealistic 2,500 horsepower. Top speeds change with this stuff too. If you go with one of the standard engines, one of the bottom three, you're going to get a 32 mile per hour max speed. Then you go up to 38 miles per hour for the 250 horsepower. Then you go up to 50 miles an hour. And then lastly, 200 miles per hour. Wheel options. We have Trelleborg, Michelin, Continental, Vredestein, Nokian, Midas, and BKT. A little bit of a different order there. I've already reported it. Hopefully we'll see that put back in its place. Now, we only have the row crops in the Michelin setup. So if we go in here and we'll kind of flip it around, let's see, there we go. So we got our trip row crops and we have our duals. We also have a couple different sets with different rims, but I kind of dig the other one. Yeah, those rims right there. Kind of dig those, man. Check that out. Ah, that's awesome. As far as all the other ones, yeah, you've got everything you need. You got some duals in there. Actually, a couple different sets of duals. You've also got your rear twins. You've got your regular twins. A little bit spread out, whether they be a narrow twin 1 or 2. You've got options. Lots and lots of options. Oh yeah, even the 1.5s that came with, what was it? Farm Sim 114 or something, I believe. For the remainder of this video anyway, we will just show the row crop twins, with one exception. We're going to show off the warning signs. So the EU warning signs are just kind of what they are. Really no difference there. But if we go over to the US, these have something very neat. If we expand the wheels, it actually expands with it. And then it folds up for something a little bit smaller. I find that super duper cool, and I'm really happy that we get something like that. I think that's awesome. Window tinting, we have a simplified version of what we normally get. You got a standard, a light tint, a medium, and dark tint. And we also have an orange tint as well. That's where you see that futuristic one at the beginning. Beacon light, we have, well, quite a few here. We're going to look at it from the back and zoom in a little bit because there are around all four corners. So you got rotating beacons on the front, blinking beacons on the back, rotating on the back. Then we have a blinky front left, rotate front left, blinky front right, rotate front left, and then the same two options for the back left and the back right. Now, we also have none, and yes, you also have the blink or rotate on the front. I believe by standard they come with rotate, but you can go blinky blinky if you would like that. Moving on, fenders, we have a yes or a no towards the front. Exhaust color, this is going to be the fumes that come out of it, and if you're on PC and you've got an exhaust mod, they will override this. So I have had to remove my exhaust mod that I normally use, which gives me a nice dark exhaust. Well, this tractor gives it for you, and it's for all platforms. So we started with standard, so the same thing you normally get. Black, which is the exact same exhaust that I normally see. Or you can go with orange. Yes, I know orange is a bit unrealistic, but so is 2,500 horsepower. Ta-da! Camouflage. Hey, this is pretty cool right here. Check this out. So we get the full camo option there. We do get interior colors, which are changed up. We get some pretty sweet rims that are changed up as well. Anything else? Frame. The frame goes from a dark gray to black. This is just a sweet tractor overall, isn't it? Front weights. Well, we have a front 3-point, which costs you $5,000 to begin with. You can also go with no, and then we've got 90 kg additional weight, 180, 270, 360, 450, and 540. So we've got all of those, and you can even go with the Kubota front loader, which is always nice to see. Now let's talk color options. We have a bunch of them in here. We got a main color, frame, cabin, fender, grille, interior, seat. We've also got to zoom down a little bit. There we go. Design color. We have fuel tank, inner rim, and outer rim. If you are used to the Fendt forestry pack, it's similar to that. I've changed everything to black so that whenever we select colors, you can actually see what changes. So main color obviously is going to be there. If we check out the frame, we're going to go orange here as well, just so you can get an idea. I know it's probably not something a lot of people are going to change, but hey, still neat anyway. We'll take a look at the cabin. There you go. There's everything in orange. That's what changes up with the cabin. Also, there is a Kubota metallic as well. Maybe something to look into. I think that Kubota metallic is pretty sweet. Taking a look at the fenders. Bam, there you go. We do have the extensions on the back, and then we've got the regular one on the front. Obviously, you can remove those as well. The grill. Well, we get a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So we've got front grille, we've got pieces on the top, we've got slits on the side, and we have all of the grill options that are available here on our exhaust. So there's a lot going on with just that one thing. Now, interior, you could probably figure this one out. There you go. There's your interior, but it's not everything in the interior because we also have the seat. So both seats, regular and the buddy seat, both will change color. We have our design color here as well. This is going to be all the bits and bobs around the lights. I think this would be a really interesting place to use that orange metallic. Something about it just looks cool to me. Fuel tank, we'll go ahead and make that orange. There you go. Only on the one side, obviously, and then on the bottom just a little bit. Keeps that weight down. Well, balance down. Did I choose a black color? There we go. Then we have our color options here. So we have the inner rim color, which is going to be all of that. And then if you want the whole thing to change, or maybe just something else, well, there you go. You could go with the outer rim. This is another one where the metallic orange looks fantastic. And it's the same metallic orange that you get with the livery option. So now you've got all the colors, you know all of the features. Let's take a look at two that I've pre-prepared for you. And yes, they're the same two that I had at the beginning. So we've got one with the 250 horsepower engine. We've got our triple row crops in the back and duals in the front. And then we've got a pretty standard paint job all around. Then we have the 2000 horsepower. Everything that can be orange is orange. And we've got the livery as well as the front loader, which I thought just kind of made it look interesting. Engine sounds are going to be the same for all. This is going to sound like this. And all of them have one animation. There you go. Kind of doubles as a sun visor as well as a cover for your moon roof. Bam. Like that. So that is the only animation that we have on the tractor. Again, at least as of right now, as far as I can tell, everything else is a pretty standard thing. It's awesome. It's really nice to have a tractor that's got a little bit more power, a little bit more boosty boost. Take a look at the cabin. It really takes off. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Really sits back a little bit whenever you first take off. And the brakes, oh, they are good. Yes, they are. This is also the black exhaust, which you may not have noticed, especially if you watch a lot of my videos, because it kind of looks like all the other black exhausts, because it kind of is. However, it's a little bit of a darker gray rather than black, which is what I normally use. So we will pop that there. We'll take a look at the hazards, although unfortunately hazards are not available on consoles, but all of the lights do light up perfectly. So that's pretty sweet. Now we get to talk about this guy. So obviously you don't have to make it crazy if you don't want to, but I did. I like it crazy. We went with the BKT, we went with the wide tire, and we went with the extensions. Oh, expansions? I'm not really sure what those little things are in the back. Nonetheless, this has got orange exhaust, which you may have a hard time seeing, especially if you're going too fast. With 2,500 horsepower, you go fast. Also with this one, if you are not putting on the gas, your wheels don't turn. So let go. Yeah, we don't really need brakes. It stops perfectly fine with or without the brakes. If we're going a little slower around the farm and we let go, it still lets off. But that's kind of farming simulator physics for you guys. That's just what happens. Let's get this out onto the road. Let's see. We'll go this way? Yep. And gun it. There you go. There's a nice bright orange setup for you guys. Holy cow. That's 150. Oh, no. Oh, this is going to be bad. Brakes, brakes. Uh-oh. Bad things, bad things. Yikes. Nice. You get back on your feet though. Let's go. Now the good thing about Riverbend is there actually is one area where we can give this the beans and go straight from one side of the map to the other. I do find it funny that it only goes 17 miles an hour backwards. Alrighty. Are we ready? Can we hit 200 miles an hour in 3, in 2, in on, go. All right, there's 50 miles an hour. Already up to 100. Uh-oh, we're gonna get a little air there. Nope, no we didn't. 150, 3/4 of the way there. This is gonna get us a little bit of air. Yeah, there we go. But not too bad, not too bad at all. Oh, we're drifting right, but we did it. We hit 200 miles an hour right before we hit the pole. Oh no. Oh, talk about brakes. It's fun, man. It's a lot of fun. Now the thing about this one as well is do keep in mind, it still only weighs as much as an M7 weighs. It doesn't weigh anymore. If you add in this engine, it still weighs 6.3 tons. To give you an idea, the Massey 7S weighs more than that. The 8S, well, this weighs 8 tons. So it doesn't weigh a whole lot. So this is not really for farming. This is for fun. And it's a lot of fun. Now I'm always curious about how well stuff like this does pulling things. So we got 141,000 liters of corn here. The walkabout bins are not notorious for being difficult. However, if you've got too much power, you might not have enough grip. And then the bin just pushes you. So this is what I was talking about where I don't think there's enough, like, weight. It's still a tiny tractor. Oh, listen to that. Yeah, might be only going 12 miles an hour, but these wheels are going 200 miles an hour, baby. Let's see, there's a train. Can we beat it? Probably not. We could get hit though. Why don't we just do that? Chris and Riley wouldn't be upset, will they? Let's find out. Oh, yikes. That turned out about as well as I thought it would. Can we get out of here? Negative. So as per usual, Chris and Riley have been able to take something that's quite realistic or can be realistic. And then we're like, you know what? Wouldn't it be funny if... And then they did it. Love it. Now I wanted to point out something. Without this mod, we only have 4 Kubota mods on the ModHub. One of them is from Giant Software. Of course, Polly Paul's got out his R640, and then we've got a fertilizer pack and a workshop. There's a lot of people, including myself, that love Kubota tractors. I own one in real life. I love them. And it's nice to see a little bit more representation. Sure, we do have some pretty sweet base game stuff. Yeah, we got the M8, we've got that front loader there, we've got a skid steer, a couple side-by-sides, and the front loader, and then of course we've got some mods in there too. But I think I'd be lying if I said I wouldn't be excited to see more smaller stuff. And then we had the M5, M6, 7, and 8 in the Kubota DLC, and so far we only have 2 of those tractors. Would be cool to see some more, but I think this is a great start. And there you go. For those of you that like realistic options, but maybe like changing a few things, well, here you go. On the left-hand side, that one is for you. And for those of you that like doing wild and crazy stuff like me, well, the one on the right is for you. But who says you can't have both? Again, big shout out to Chris and Riley for sending this over to show you guys ahead of its release on the ModHub for all platforms. Got any questions? Let me know. If you want to see anything more, check out Chris and Riley, link down below. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you in the next one.